Welcome to Finding Completion. This series is exploring my time in-game as a maxed RuneScape player. For me, getting max stats meant changing my goals totally as a player. I was no longer chasing 99s. I'm finding enjoyment in other aspects of the game. Boss collection logs, clue scrolls, virtual level 120 skills, achievements, and runescore. The beauty about this game is carving out an adventure for yourself regardless of if that adventure is of value to other players. Why don't you come join me on my adventure as I find completion? Ladies, gentlemen, everybody in between, welcome to episode number 15 of Finding Completion. I'm happy to be here. It's been a bit since I've made a video, so it's past the new year. We've moved on from the year of our Lord 2022, and we are in the year of the Rapture 2023. I just wanted to take a bit of a break around the holiday, spend time with family, and just, life continues on, so stuff that I had to take care of, in my personal life. So I just decided to relax a little bit and just try and enjoy the holidays. But that doesn't mean I wasn't playing the game. The gaming never stops. Gamers don't sleep. I don't know if you knew that. There are a couple of things that I've done that I want to share. But I'm going to do a little bit of a recap, so to speak, of what I've done the past couple of weeks. So join me on this gaming chat as we talk about what the hell I've been doing. First and foremost, I got a new 120. So I got 120 Hunter. I'd been working on this for a while. I mainly did this through the Croesus method, just going into the Croesus graveyard there and then doing the fungal spore hunting method. I was doing that mainly because it's pretty AFK. You use a ton of porters, but you make some money if you have your Pontifex Shadow Ring enriched, so you're getting tier 3 troves. It's not a 100% loss. Through that entire grind, I got 286 Elder Troves. On screen is the opening of them. I didn't know how much I was going to make from them. It was a decent amount of money. I did keep the Pernix Quiver fragments though, because I want to make the Pernix Quiver. I'll probably end up just buying the remaining fragments because I think I need like 45 fragments or something like that. I got a decent amount. They are a 10% drop, so I was a little bit ahead of drop rate on the amount of troves that I opened. The next big thing that I did, I recorded this entire process, so if any of you are interested in this and want me to make a dedicated video, let me know. I might do that anyway, but I'm not totally set on if I want to or not. That is the process of making a blessed flask. It is a pretty involved process, just like if you've made the Earthen Furnace Core or the Artificer's Measure. The Blessed Flask is a multi-step crafting process that has pretty hefty requirements, one of them being, I believe, 118 herb lore in order to actually make extreme prayer potions. It is very expensive to use, but it is an item that I wanted to get just to have. Never know when you want to use it, and if I want to spend a shitload of money doing Vindicta because I don't want to bring prayer potions, leave me alone. Let me use a Blessed Flask. Get off my back, will you? But yeah, so that was a pretty involved process. I made that and I recorded the whole thing. But it's pretty lengthy. It's a bunch of different steps to make it. I also was pushing glacor to try and get to 500% enrage, and I went ahead and planked at 395% enrage. I don't exactly know what the fuck I did, but you can see, I'll show you the footage of what I did. I basically surged into the wall, and the beams killed me. And if you've been watching a while back, I said I will probably die to some dumb shit like the beams. 100% that is what happened. I died to some dumb shit like the beams. I think it was between the latency and then just me looking at multiple things at once. I just wasn't fully paying attention as to what I was doing. So I just restarted the streak. But that did finish off a Reaper assignment and put me over enough points to get the final permanent upgrade from Death's Shop to get the Death Effect achievement. And that was the Book of Death. Not going to use it for anything, don't really want it, but it was an upgrade that I needed for that achievement specifically, so I went ahead and bought it. The Majra Aura is the next thing on the list, but with that being 1,000 points, it is going to be a pretty long time until I can actually afford to get that. After glacor, I decided to do some helwyr because it had been a little bit since I've been there. I hadn't been to helwyr since they did the herb changes, so I kind of wanted to see what the drops were going to look like after Lantodime herbs were no longer on helwyr's drop table and it was Lantodime seeds instead. Also, looking towards log completion, I wanted to, complete log, obviously needing just the pet. So I started off by going in and I got a crest drop, which was nice. And the cool thing about the crest is it actually sold for like like 10 mil more than what the mid price in the GE was. I'm assuming that's because less people are going to helwyr because of the fact that the normal GP in just the regular drops is not as high anymore if you're not getting a actual named drop in the hour that you go. Just speculation though, I have no idea. But after getting the crest, I was pleasantly surprised with a helwyr pet at 1,183 kill count. So I got the helwyr pet, I got the twisted antler drop. I was super excited for that. I genuinely wasn't expecting to get it. I was hoping to get to 1200 KC so I can get to the next threshold, but I didn't even need to get there. So I got the I got the pet beforehand. But obviously with getting the pet drop, I went ahead and unlocked the pet to finish the helwyr log. I then had my sights set on the next God Wars 2 boss, which was Vindicta, because I was at like 1480-ish kills or something like that. And I'm like, you know what? Let's try and push this kill count up a little bit because I'm also just missing the pet for that boss. So I got to 1500 kills, didn't get anything. And then I got to 1600 kills and I also hadn't got anything. I did like 4 or 5 hours of Vindicta and didn't even get a dormant piece. I got 3 essences in those hours. So really dry on just a drop in general, let alone the pet. I expected the pet to take a little bit, but hopefully I'll get it before 2000 kill count. The next thing I don't have a recording of, but I do have a picture of that I'll put up on screen. I was not expecting this at all, which is why I wasn't recording, but I got a Gregorovic Reaper task. And wouldn't you know, your boy got the Greg pet at like 580 kills or something like that. I don't remember exactly how many kills. It was like 500 and something, but I was totally shocked. I was not expecting to have that log completed in less than 1k KC. So that was pretty exciting. I got that pet as well and completed the Greg log in less than 600 kills. Kind of the last big thing is I restarted my streak at glacor and I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to continue pushing high enrage to see where I can get. Because I did have that goal of hitting 500%. And as you can see, at 505% enrage, I successfully took down glacor. So yeah, it was a broadcast to get the Iceborn title. I was excited about that. And I did change my title to the Iceborn because, you know, I don't know. It's exciting. I'll probably continue to push glacor to see how far I can get. I don't think I'll be able to get to 1k in rage, but I mean, who knows? Maybe I will with a little bit of practice. And it doesn't necessarily have to be on a streak. I could just keep pushing highest in rage until I can, you know, get through. But it's going to be something that I mess up, like the beams. Specifically, the beams are going to end up KOing me. So I can only imagine, you know, you degenerates out there who have pushed it to like over 1k, 2k in rage, how long those kills are. But yeah, I'll keep doing it to see, and then who knows, maybe I'll get a frozen core and I can make a tier 95. That would be pretty exciting, wouldn't it, fellas? So yeah, that brings us to now, as we sit on the Ark, mining some relaxed Alea crablets. We are at 116 mining. This is slower than shit. It makes me want to vomit and throw up with how long this is taking. And I say that full well knowing the fishing is going to be a chore, and then wood cutting is also going to be a chore. The one silver lining with wood cutting is I could do like divine use daily, but it's still going to be gross. If you have a keen eye, you might see that I have 116 prayer. I have that for a specific reason. If we look at the total amount of bonus XP I have versus the remainder XP, I realized that I had an absolute shitload of bonus XP in prayer. That is all thanks to the winter event that's been going on with the presents and stuff. I've gotten so many prismatic stars and lamps, and I've just been dumping everything into prayer. The main reason being I have the prayer pet already, and prayer is very expensive. So I wanted to cut down on that cost as much as possible. In doing the calculations, I realized that I could do 120 prayer with like 300 mil. So I basically just bought a whole bunch of dragon bones, and I'm doing it through dragon bones. So powder of burials with dragon bones. You could bury around 5k an hour. So the remaining XP, with my current XP rates, it's probably going to be another 10-ish hours until I get to 120. But yeah, that was a little bit of a recap of what I've had going on. That leads us up to current day. I am at 2,578,454,607 experience. Going for the 120 prayer, I will get close to 2.6 bill, which is cool. Or no, I will get there. I lied. Never mind. I will get there. So yeah, that's pretty exciting. 2.6 bill XP. Oh, that's wonderful. Just in time, my game crashed. All right, so we recovered from that crash. I don't know why the hell my game keeps crashing. I don't know if it's a PC issue. I don't know if it's a client issue. I don't know. Anyway, I think to end the video off, let's go ahead and do a master quest cape requirement for the boys. So, this is the list, the one that I want to work on right here, Dragon Ink. Collect the following lore books from bosses inside the Dragonkin Laboratory. I need this one. So, Diary of an Overzealous Gnome, this one comes from Astellarn, so the first boss. And I just so happened to do Dragonkin Laboratory in order to get the Golden Rocks and Strange Rocks. I have to do 6 more completions for the Strange Rocks, and then I think I have 7 more completions for the Golden Rocks in order to get the 2 Master Quest Cape requirement, or trimmed completionist requirements that have to do with both of those. I just run this on story mode to make life a little bit easier. When you're doing rock hunting, all that really matters is getting XP drop. So it doesn't matter how much XP it is, but if you're getting the drop, it just means that you're working towards potentially getting that rock. And the reason I'm wearing a Dungeoneering cape is to give me better chance of getting the Dungeoneering rocks when you're wearing the skill cape. That goes with any rock. If you're wearing the skill cape, you have a better chance of getting it. Right there, golden rock for Dungeoneering. I already got the second Dungeoneering rock. That's pretty quick. Usually it takes me for fucking ever to get them. Also, something that you want to do, Lorehound. If you have the Lorehound with the perk that allows it to get lore drops more frequently, you want to have that summoned whenever you're doing something like this. So if you're working on Master Quest Cape, or you're working on really anything that you're trying to do that has lore related drops, you want to have the Lorehound summoned. It just gives you a better chance. Another reason why I'm running this in story mode is actually because the lore book drops are 1 in 10 when you're doing it in story mode. So they're a lot more frequent. I don't know how much that drop chance is increased with the Lorehound, but yeah, it's increased nonetheless. I believe the more people you have in a group when you're doing the elite dungeons, the lower the chance of actually getting the lore book as well. So like, I think in solo mode, it's 1 in 25, but if you're doing duos or trios, it only gets less common from there. I don't remember the specific drop rates, but just be aware of that if you're trying to get these for yourself. Now, for the Dragon Ink achievement, you need 2 lore books. You need 1 lore book from Astellarn, which is this fella here, first boss of the dungeon. And then you need another lore book that comes from Varaklith. So, Varaklith is the second boss. You don't have to do the Blackstone Dragon, which is the final boss in the dungeon, which is nice. Also, in story mode, you could see I'm basically just standing in every single mechanic, and it's perfectly fine. You take low enough damage that you could just literally stand here for the most part. Alright, boss down, no book, so we're going to reset and go again. Alright, let's see. I don't think I got anything. Alright. Run it again. I don't remember how many kills I'm at. I think that was my 5th in story mode, or something along those lines, so, you know, still under what the drop rate should be. Nada. Alright. Run it back again. Are we gonna get it? I don't think so. Alright, so I think that was like 8. Didn't get it yet, so... Now that's nothing another run can't fix. And nothing again. Still nothing. I'm pretty sure at this point I'm at drop rate and I haven't gotten it yet, so that sucks. But it just means we gotta go in for another run. May God have mercy on me. Oh my God, there we go. Diary of an Overzealous Gnome and Dragon Ink completed. That literally took me like 15 runs. I've been doing this for probably 2 hours. Also, fun fact, I haven't gotten any golden rocks since those Dungeoneering ones on the very first run. So very cool. I'm glad I efficiently used my time doing that. But there we go. There's the diary. and we're going to do what we should do with it, just destroy it. So with Dragon Ink done, I am at 23,450 rune score. Some of the other achievements that I've done that I haven't recorded is doing Grottor in hard mode. That was for Reaper. I got 1,000,000 beans from farming, so the only manor farm achievement I have left is to adopt a baby yak, so maybe I'll do that just to get the farming ones out of the way. And then I completed all Scimitop's breeds. I only have 3 breeds left to complete the ranch out of time breeding log. And then, of course, Dragon Ink. So, a little bit different of a video than I normally do. I know it's a lot shorter than the other ones. Let me know what you think of this. I know it might not seem like it, but, you know, for just a regular guy who's making videos on the side, this was literally like 3 weeks worth of progress in one video. So, you know, I would probably have to strike a balance between that and how I normally do things in order to regularly upload more than once a month. So if you have any thoughts or opinions on that, you can leave them down in the comments. I'd love to know what you guys think, you know, what your preference is. I'm, you know, interested to know. But with that being said, we have come to the end of today's episode. If this is the first time that you've seen videos from me, thanks for sticking around. If this isn't the first video that you've seen from me, why not consider subscribing to see what I post in the future? If you like, leave a like. It helps out the algorithm and helps the video get recommended to other people. And yeah, thanks guys. I look forward to talking with you in the next video. Hope you had a good New Year. Hope you had a good holiday. I will talk with you soon. Later.